Police need your help tonight in locating a man who opened fire on two teenage boys overnight. The incident reportedly occurred around 9 o'clock. Now, according to police, the boys, 17 and 15, were on Peter Street between Market Street and Blue Hill Road when they were approached by the suspect and shot. One of them is in serious condition, the other in stable condition in hospital. The Bahamas Striping Company sought to demonstrate its competence as a company and a worthy contender to international competitors when principals met with Deputy Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis. The 100% wholly owned Bahamian and managed company had appealed to the government for a bigger piece of the economic pie amidst complaints that they've been sidelined by foreign companies. Janaea Noel Ferguson reports.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works and Urban Development, the Honorable Philip Davis, got a first-hand account of how the all-Bahamian company, Bahamas Striping, gets the job done during a demonstration at the Eastern and Johnson Road Junction. The company has in the past complained that it was unable to obtain government contracts and claimed that foreigners were getting all of the work. Since then, they have updated their technology with a state-of-the-art thermoplasty machine and expanded training. According to company executives, it's all in an effort to compete with the big boys. Now, the minister also got a chance to try out the new equipment. He says he's thoroughly impressed.
I am really impressed with the manner in which these young Bahamians are executing the works here at this junction. Right, signing the road markings are important to ensure the proper traffic flow, and they're doing an excellent job in executing the works of marking here. And as you can see, the new technology they've demonstrated with me is also an excellent, durable way of marking our streets.
Bahamas Striping is also using products that allow the road markings to set immediately. And with roadworks wrapping up, Mr. Davis assured the company president, Atario Mitchell, that they can expect to see more work coming their way.
They will get the opportunity, and we will ensure that any public works that's being done in the Bahamas where road striping is required, that those contractors use either one of these Bahamian companies. All they need is the opportunity. There's no need to import. I see it now for myself. I see the work they have done, and they brought me out here to show me and demonstrate what they have been doing and what they can do. What I've seen here is that Bahamas Stripe, Atario Mitchell and his efforts. He has grasped an opportunity. He's demonstrated, not that he's been tested, he's demonstrated that he can, and he ought to be given more jobs.
Now, Mitchell says since their inception, they have improved the overall product and simply wanted an opportunity to show the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works that they are prepared for the challenge.
The problem that I was facing, I just wanted to bring him in, and actually, for once he see it, and he see that I could produce a quality job, then I would like for him to fight on my behalf in reference to securing some projects and helping me to, I'll say, fight against this foreign company.
The company has expanded its work to the Family Island and is looking forward for the government to fulfill its promise. Janaea Noel Ferguson, ZNS News.
The State Minister for Investments wants to add to the sun, sand and sea combo lure of the Bahamas from here on in as the government seeks to lure more investment into the country. As Altavis Munnings explains what else can be used to pull in investors.
It's easy to promote our essential and natural elements of sand, sun, and sea to lure investment here. But the Christie administration plans to draw a more attractive picture to investors. The goal is to position the Bahamas as an alternative destination that offers much more. The State Minister for Investments, Kaylis Roll, explains.
When you look at the Atlantis Resort and some of the things that we're doing now, we're competing for scarce dollars. The world isn't as robust as it used to be in travel and tourism. So the Bahamas has to offer as many alternatives to sun, sand, and sea. Ecotourism, heritage tourism, the Minister of Tourism always spoke about attracting people from the African-American market.
Entering the public sector from a strong business background, the State Investment Minister knows just what investors want to see and hear. The message State Minister Roll wants to disseminate is that the Bahamas is so much more than a premier tourism destination. He outlined several elements, like agriculture.
All of the resorts that we have in the Bahamas have to feed people. Most of the products that we get, we import. And we have land, and we have people that are hardworking, that are willing to farm. We just need to create the enabling environment to ensure that we continue to benefit from all of these opportunities and create these opportunities for Bahamians.
The cabinet minister even plans to pitch alternative energy ideas to potential investors.
The cost of energy in the Bahamas is still too high, and there are readily available projects that will allow us to begin over time, particularly in the short to medium term, start to address those things.
The state investment minister hinted that since coming to office, the Christie administration has discussed proposed business opportunities with domestic and international investors. But there's a process that takes place before the visible results. Tues Munnings, ZNS News.
Police say they're almost ready to bring a suspect to court in connection with the gruesome weekend murder of a young mother. The matter exposed the worst possible outcome of what police say are increased domestic violence cases. Cyan Thompson spoke with head of the Urban Renewal Police Division, Superintendent Stephen Dean, on the issue.
The stories of domestic violence are frightening, and police say that women are the main victims and they come from all walks of life. Police have been bringing perpetrators before the courts. However, there is still a need for stiffer laws in cases of abuse. However, police officers at urban renewal centers have been able to resolve minor domestic issues. Superintendent Stephen Dean.
One too much or one too many that are being brought to our attention. Most of the matters we were able to resolve them right on the spot, and that I thought that was the benefit of having the urban renewal officers right in the community. So we are being inundated with persons coming with disputes or conflicts and relationships, whether it's husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, family members.
One of the concerns Dean stated is that many abuse victims do not realize that there are several agencies where they can get help.
We are seeing a number of relationships where either the female or the male are telling the other partner that the relationship has come to an end, and that partner, and particularly we see in our males, they don't want to give up.
There are warning signs in abusive relationships, including obsessive control, isolation from family members, and the community continuous threats of death and harm. Dean warns that no threat should be taken lightly.
No one have the right to abuse you. No one have the right to take advantage of you.
Now, if you're being abused, there is help and there are numbers that you can call. You can call police at 911, 919. You can also contact them at 502-9910, 502-9991, or you can also call Social Services Hotline at 422-2763, the Crisis Center at 328-0922, or 322-4999. Reporting from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Headquarters, Cyan Thompson, ZNS News.
Welcome to tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Tues Munnings. Let's take a look at what's making business news today. Massive numbers of texts flew across the country and the world as Bahamians latched on to BTC's Olympic celebration with penny texts during what the company called a 100% successful test drive of its new upgraded mobile platform. Mario Carey Realty recently launched a new division aimed specifically at handling vacation home rentals, a market company owner Mario Carey says has unlimited growth potential. Private rentals, he believes, are attractive to families who are able to cook their own meals when they want, gather in a living room and often around a pool, and enjoy a more personal vacation than they might experience at a resort. In international business, British Petroleum's quarterly earnings fell 35% on weaker oil and U.S. natural gas prices and falling production. The UK oil group reported adjusted profits of $3.7 billion. That's down $5.7 billion a year ago. The steep drop shows BP is still struggling to adjust more than 2 years after the Deepwater Horizon disaster in the Gulf of Mexico. And from regional business, St. Kitts and Nevis is being asked to permit the $6.6 million worth of assets held in Clico International Life to be disposed of as part of a transaction that could see the insurance company's traditional business sold to one of two regional insurance entities. Remember, you can send us an email or join us on www.znsbahamas.com or become our friend on ZNS's official Facebook page. And that will end tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. I'm Altaviz Munnings. Thanks so much for watching.